Greetings, simpletons! I am taking over this commentary myself, so that I can make it the best the world has ever seen! I am Mysterio! Wait, what are you doing? No! Ah! Get out of my booth, bitch!
See, he thought he was going to make the commentary better, but he already forgot to add in the crossfade I usually add to the start of every one of these videos to have it fade in nice and smoothly.
So that wasn't just a mess up on my end.
Nah, Mysterio just screwed up. Hey, look, it's a Daily Bugle.
I did not!
Bugle.
I said get out of here!
Anyways, I really did forget, but no, I just like to imagine of Spider-Man going, hey, just falling down as he takes a photo of the building.
You know, I know you can do that in Spider-Man 2, where it's just slap on the floor.
Oh, you just splat?
Well, not like splat, but it is
swap
like a
out.
one-hit
I'm
KO.
gonna die.
Okay, let's swap to this, and let's check out the Mark IV suit. Why not?
Holy shit, that is
Yes.
shiny as all get out.
Yeah.
That is
the
That's a
spider
lot.
armor, which I don't think was from MCU.
That's
No, it
not
is. I
MC.
think...
No, you're thinking of the Iron Spider suit.
Yeah.
Oh, let's see.
Long time no
Hey,
Oh, hey,
Shocker.
Shocker.
Hey, I'm no lawyer, but
Okay.
I'm pretty sure that's a parole violation.
Let's get you back in the vault where you belong.
Back in the Disney Vault you go. Damn it.
I think this is the wrong vault.
Oops, guess we're stuck in here for a while. Want to play 20 questions?
Oop.
No? How about we thumbless?
Nope.
Okay, face punching.
Wait, how can you wrestle
Stop.
one with no thumbs?
Oh, crap.
Yeah,
Ow.
he has a helmet.
Someone's upgraded his tech.
Gauntlets are all digital now, aren't they?
Seriously.
Have it your way. You wanna fight? Let's fight!
It's a boss time.
Oh boy. Think of all the
About-
millions of taxpayers' dollars that are going to be damaged from this boss fight.
Oh, you have no idea. About time we got a boss, though.
Seriously, how long? It's literally been. It's already like what, 7 parts in? Well, then again,
Oh boy.
we did have Wilson Fisk like way back in the beginning.
I mean, are there any standard metrics for how much talking?
Something like that. Sorry, what was that again? Oof,
Wait,
my bad.
there is a standard metric to how much people talk. It goes from not at all to Spider-Man, then to Deadpool.
Then the
to
Bubsy.
Bubsy.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Yeah,
Bubsy.
I forgot about
The
that.
what is the final meter on Bubsy War? Will he strike back again?
Bub-
Like,
it's
Just
Bubsy.
Bubsy.
just
That's all it is. Like, it goes from non-talking to literally Bubsy.
Try daydream. It's all the rage.
Oh boy.
his gauntlets are stronger now.
Oh.
Ah, boy.
Dang it!
So
Oh, come on, Herman.
Devil,
Man.
damn it, Herman! How many
I
times
spent
do I have
all
to
day-
teach you this lesson?
I spent all day trying to refool my webcasters.
How many times do we have to teach you this lesson, old man?
I love the young people.
but yeah, so there, as you see, there are definitely bosses. Like we already saw with we already saw with Kingpin. Whoa! Thank you
God
for
damn.
this.
Bunt.
We have to throw things at him to get that shield down. I'd say, I guess you could say it's a bit disproportionate. Like we'll start fighting like the amount of bosses we fight kind of like triples by the final act.
Oh boy.
But for now, they kind of do a nice, good. I think they do
Oh.
a pretty good spoon feeding or
Real
drip
quick.
feeding of the bosses of our normal.
Something important that we accidentally talked over. He mentioned that he's working with guys that wear masks.
Yep, and that he's actually legitimately afraid of them.
Which would explain why he's working for them.
Now and we can protect you.
No way! You ain't see what I see.
He is really afraid of what they are capable
yeah.
of. Oh, jeez.
Aw, my leg!
Nice. It's nice. We got enough webs to ground him. Now we just need to,
Literally
Him down.
ground him.
we'll bring the world crashing down on him, so to speak.
Wow.
Okay, there. He's resting.
And thankfully, it's just light enough to where it hopefully won't kill him. Hopefully.
I hope not.
You know,
I
you
mean,
can always
he's wearing protective armor. He's good, right? Right?
I mean, it was strong enough to survive our fists. I'm sure it could survive a
I mean-
2 metric ton gold plat. Okay, he just. Ooh.
Oh. Now it's literally metal. Oh. Ow.
Don't worry, he just knocked himself out. That's the good thing about working with just concussive blasts and not
Yeah.
electricity or explosions.
Oh.
He was scared.
Except, we
I'm
did
sure
kind of
it's
just
gonna- I'm sure it's gonna
demolish.
blow his brains out regardless.
Although I'm pretty sure we just demolished a bank. I'm sure JJ's gonna have quite a lot.
Somebody
to
get
say.
damage control down here.
Yeah, I was
I'm
about to
just-
say.
Again.
I'm just saying, would you guys agree that
That would
someone
be
mentioned, but
amazing.
that in the MCU at some point we should get freaking J. Jonah Jameson?
Also, I'm pretty sure he was working for
oh.
the Demon Gang.
Oh, okay, sorry. It took me a second to... I thought you were still on damage control, but you're talking about JJ. I honestly think it's just a matter of when at this point.
So,
Yeah.
I saw Spider-Man
Well, I've heard they
Far
have
From
some
Home.
really
I'm
good
not going to
reporters.
say anything.
Anyway, have you had any more reports?
Oh.
You already had enough to say with the intro, Matt.
That's
Well,
fair.
no.
Well,
All he said that Mysterio was in it. That could be pretty vague.
we all saw him.
You probably
But,
don't.
I mean, again, I have hopes. We'll talk later. So,
Yeah.
the police are probably not going to be too happy, but
Like
hey,
the shocker took a while.
The fact that I'm not
here's a research
talking about
station.
this should be talk enough.
I know, I'm aware. I just want our actor. I want the actor from the Raimi trilogy.
I
want good
know.
old
Like,
man.
honestly, I'm trying to remember. I don't know if it was either something he said himself, but I could have sworn that there was somewhere that said that JK was willing to reprise him for the MCU if given the chance.
I know. We're gonna stop talking because I think I already see where this is going. But in any case, we have a new research station where once again we're dealing with foul-smelling things.
So just the typical New York smell.
Toxic particles.
Couldn't just be an overabundance of flowers. Nope.
No,
No
it's-
Troll in Central
Steam
Park
Vent's a good
cases
place
for
to
us.
start.
No, you doof. It's the symbiote fog from the PS1 Spider-Man game.
It's so strong that it almost glitched the video again.
I saw that. It was a little. We just call that catching the vapors.
Anyway, guys, yeah, you definitely need to see Far From Home. Because it
I'm
is
planning to.
fantastic. And
I am
yes,
planning on seeing it for my birthday weekend.
and yes, stay until after the credits because there
Bonded
is
with
something big. Not just after,
something
but
else.
in between.
I can't tell what.
Well, of
I'm
course,
looking forward
that's
to it.
standard fare for most Marvel films.
Birthday weekend. Anywho'sin. So now we have to follow that pipeline. Goodness me, a lot of stuff's been happening over this past weekend that we've been recording. Freaking the new stuff for CTR has been coming up online.
Oh, seriously.
The new the final Splatfest is in a couple weeks.
Which, you have that on the wrong one. There you go.
Oh,
Okay,
that's
so what's happening there?
Yeah. You.
I don't know if I already explained, but when you see the dotted lines like this, that means that it'll remove a line to help
Oh.
complete the shape up top. Think of them like minus keys. Anyway, sorry. Back to you, James.
Yeah, they're just. I was just gonna say they're being sneaky with that shit now, where they make you actually take some bars
I'm on
away.
the right track.
Yeah, you gotta be very. And then again, there's the ones where you have to
They're
add on
being
bars.
barred.
It'll get tricky.
The whole neighborhood's in danger from this.
You mean there are
Oh, crap, it's a
you
gas
mean there are no holds barred?
It's a toxic waste gas leak. Okay,
Yep.
one more.
It's a good thing my mask is its own personal ventilation system.
It stinks to high.
Otherwise, I'd start mixing up my own
Find out
bananas.
what's in it.
I'm pretty sure. there has to be some comic where he does that.
What, the toxic spills? Oh,
No, I mean have like his mask be a ventilation thing.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, it did it in the MCU when he went to space.
True, true.
Kinda had to there.
Otherwise,
What was
you'd be
it?
fucked.
Mrs. Stark, it smells like a new card here!
Why is this?
What
What was
It's
that? What was that line where it's like, I don't know if I can believe this. You went to space.
Nitrogen.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that was in. Oh,
Yeah,
that's from Far
no,
From
no,
Home,
no.
I think.
It goes like, I mean,
When this
I'm
is
just
over,
your
I'll
friendly
alert the health
neighborhood neighborhood
department so they
Spider-Man.
can check on the
Bitch,
local
please,
residents.
you've been to space.
Face.
Yeah, that is true. Oh, I love Samuel L. Jackson.
Oh, yeah, no,
Yeah.
he's...
I'm glad they gave him such a great role to really push his his personality
Oh
with.
god.
Well,
Yeah.
I think I found
well, it
the
kind of.
problem.
Oh, there's the toxic
Caustic
spell.
chemicals are leaking
I was
out
about to
of
say
those
it kind of
bones
helps
and into the
that
plumbing.
in certain
clean up the
aspects
site
it
fast.
was a character made for him.
The calcium
Oh,
and
yeah.
silicon in concrete makes it an ideal absorption.
Okay, so we're gonna just smack and
They'll have
absorb
to
the
make a
things.
mess
Thank
to
you for
fix
explaining
this
everything,
mess.
Spider-Man. Let's go!
Well, hey, not
Oh.
everyone's a spider whiz. Not everyone's a science whiz. They probably need the explanation.
Hopefully, you guys took science class.
Wait, only a science major can do this.
I'm a science
That's it.
major.
Sealing the grate with webbing
I
should
have a
stop any
degree in
residual damage.
biochemical engineering. Let's block up the pipes. There we go.
Could have been way worse. Harry's
Oh,
research
thank God.
You know,
Only
I should
3 people
rewatch those.
mutated tonight.
Yeah. I was about to say, I should rewatch his Spider-Man episodes. Like, I just finished watching the first 2 parts of his Cassandra Cain retrospective.
Oh, I need to
Hey,
watch
random.
that.
Oh,
But,
back.
you know, my favorite Spider-Man video he's done, his 200th episode.
So I looked into reports of.
That's when he finally covers One More Day, right?
Yep.
They've been pretty busy tonight.
That was
One
good.
more
I also,
shit.
Properties.
They're going
Yeah.
after
I also
Fist?
like the episode where he reviewed that one episode of
What I'm
Spectacular.
brewing gang.
Oh yeah, no, that is great.
try to get ahead
I
of it.
love
Are
Spectacular.
there any
That
first
I am
properties
so
that
sad
haven't
that
been hit
got
tonight?
canceled years
Let me
ago.
see.
Yeah.
Patrol
Actually, you
reported
know
a
what?
bunch of activity
I
at
don't
one of
know
the
if I brought
shipyards
this up
outside.
before, Logan.
Thanks, Yuri.
If I
I'll
did,
check it
sorry
out.
for the repetition. But that should be another show that me and Matt
Rhino
should
almost
introduce to you
killed me until I
sometime. Like, I know
blasted
you've seen
off
at
his
least
horn and
part
figured
of
out
it
what
from
he
the
thought.
dub
Rhino.
we did. Ooh.
Still wasn't easy to
Which
beat.
I don't get. I thought his horn's supposed to be unbreakable, yet this thing is snapped clean
This
in
is,
half.
well, this is an older version of the Rhino suit.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was about to say, because, like, I know you've seen, like, a snippet of the show for that dub we did years ago, but I think it's, I think eventually we should give you, like, a proper, like, marathon of it.
Hey Yuri.
Alrighty.
Pressure building.
Also, I guess random question for the Marvel nerds. Sorry, James. Is there any? Has there ever been like what are like the? Oh, United Nations. What's the like the air? Like what's the aura? What's the freaking word that doesn't sound like hippie junk? What's the like attitude between the mutants and the Inhumans?
Okay. Mute. I don't know. So thing about they're both kind of considered similar. The only thing is that
One's in space and the other isn't.
Forgot I bought this
No, I'm just saying
artwork
like, but how do they feel about each other?
they kind of consider each other. From what I know, they kind of consider each other like counterparts. They don't. They don't.
I didn't know this was gonna be one of those silly things where like, oh, oh,
I have a plan. Give me a bit of time.
yeah, may not have to look for another job.
Yay. Anyway, I'm just going back. I might be thinking of someone else, but I could have sworn that the X-Men did have a bit of like a friendly history with the Inhumans. In fact, I remember Xavier once stated their leader.
Can I just say real quick, we've had mutants, we've had Inhumans, we've had Imperfects. What else is there?
Well, to be fair, the Imperfects were just like a one-time game exclusive, and even then,
I know. I'm just saying.
I mean, there's straight up. I think there is straight up a group of people called the Misfits.
I just fucking love that. Like we have so many terminologies in the Marvel universe, and in the DC universe, it's just anybody with superpowers, you're a metahuman. That's it.
And at this point, all we're missing are the Goonies.
Well, I was about to say it's like you're a metahuman or an alien in the case of Superman.
Yeah. No, it's either
That too.
metahuman or alien.
Jammer
Or
I
Batman.
whipped up to jam Vulture's wings.
Oh, I thought the Vulture actually had wings, like real wings.
Logan, have a drink.
I fucking love in Spectacular Spider-Man. One of the best things about Vulture in that is that he's like, okay, kind of like in this, everybody fucking hates Norman Osborn, but Norman is 10 times worse in that show than he is in this game.
Oh, definitely. Like he has no redeeming qualities whatsoever. In
so he's just a straight up villain.
He frames his own damn son.
Fuck.
Yeah. No,
like
why Harry?
Yeah, because he cares for nobody but himself. He frames anybody he can. Just.
I mean, the worst we see. The worst we see in this is that he's putting his business before his son, and that he's been pulling the funding from these research stations, which is why we're helping them. And as it always seems to turn out, we always seem to get to these stations right when a natural crisis is about to happen, and we manage to save it, thus proving that the research stations help. So it's time for us to get these barrels out of the water.
Oh yeah, by the way, can swim in this game?
I was about to ask. Can he
swim? He can't. You'll see, but it's. He can, but it's kind of pathetic, so I just prefer to jump.
Okay, that's fair. They expect you to make the most out of your web swing, not so much your web swimming.
Otherwise, he's kind of a doggy paddler.
Anyway,
so you were saying, Matt?
Yeah. So, thing about the Vulture in that, like, he creates the Vulture outfit. He does all that to get back at Norman. And the thing is, Norman earlier in the episode insulted him by calling him an old buzzard. And freaking
wow.
And the thing is,
oh boy,
dispensing vaccine.
The thing is, Adrian is kind of an idiot. Toombs is a little bit of an idiot. So he goes like, I'm now what you called me. Vulture, was it? No, you idiot.
I called you a buzzard.
Yeah,
you can't even get the name right.
Yeah, I called you a buzzard. God, you can't even get that right.
Buzzards are not vultures, are they?
No, they're not.
Yeah, they're very...
Really? I thought they were very
They're
close.
similar, but they're not the same.
They're about as similar as lions are to pumas.
Jeez, And here I am. I'm probably being silly, but here I am, just like, blessing my stars that he didn't decide to call him a dumbass.
Spider-Man, it is I, dumbass.
Actually,
oh, no.
I get the feeling he'd take that, just going off Matt's joke. I'm what you call me. I'm the dumbbell.
That's not.
I called you a
You
dumbass.
really are dumb. And I repeat,
But that's not PC
dumbass.
enough.
It just becomes a horrible thing where, as opposed to becoming the Vulture, becomes the donkey. The pack mule.
I'm the mule. I
mean,
called
I'm
you a
the
jackass.
To be fair, Spider-Man.
And now for Spidey to spray his S's all across the ocean.
To be fair, Spider-Man does have a villain that shows up in this game named literally Screwball.
I feel yes, which if making JJ, I almost got it. If making JJ a podcast was the best thing that this thing brought to the table, creating a millennial supervillain was not.
Well, I
was
don't
like the
know
worst
if
thing
I
they
don't
could
know if
have
the
done.
character was exactly like that in the comics,
She
but
is
the
a bit
direction
like
they
that.
took.
Oh, I thought Screwball was just a OC.
No,
Insomniac
no, she's
made.
in the comic.
We stopped an outbreak
Jeez.
before
Hello,
It's-
fishies.
Which I'm gonna say right now, spoilers with the DLC, it was such a disappointment, like what it was all building up to and what it really became. My friend actually had a great, when I was streaming this for him, my friend had a great idea, like a great twist for Screwball, which is what if she was like some middle-aged woman trying to be hip with the kids and just took it way too
That'd
far.
be cool. That'd be a nice twist on her.
Just a cute little bit of irony, but no, she's just unabashedly a freaking
Okay, there's the game now.
tool.
She's literally
Yes.
just
Took a minute to load.
hardcore. Yeah.
Just one of these days, if I get to a particularly long loading screen, I'm just gonna suddenly cut to Wrath of Cortex. Just have Crash falling forever.
Yeah, that.
For some reason, instead, I was just thinking, giving up.
Oh.
Alright,
So-
what villains do you guys want to see in the sequel?
Need to
Of
take out
this
the
game?
men and figure
Yeah.
out
Well,
what
possible spoilers for what we can think of. I mean,
Don't want
Venom
an
would be great.
Yeah, no, Venom. And it looks like they're
Okay.
going the
Scattered
ultimate
around
route
here.
with that, which I think is
Post web
interesting.
shot could make a great
Yep. So,
I guess.
and real quick to explain plot-wise, what's happening is that we're trying to we heard that the demons were going to hit one of. We heard that the demons are hitting a lot of Kingpin's storehouses and stuff. So we're trying to beat them to the punch, and so this is apparently the last place the demons haven't hit. And right now, Kingpin's men are getting the same idea, and they're like, yeah, they're not getting through here, which is why we're going to, of course, take them all out for doing their job.
Okay. Same rule applies as Arkham. Take out the snipers first.
Yeah,
Oh,
Of course.
always
Anyway,
take
back-
out the fucking snipers.
Oh,
Yoink.
yeah, ow.
Anyway, back to you, James. Or back to you, Matt, or whoever was talking.
Well, I was about to answer Matt's question of characters I wouldn't mind seeing in a sequel to this. Ones that come immediately to mind is I wouldn't mind if we have Kraven doing something somewhat similar to what slight spoiler, doing something somewhat similar to what Taskmaster does in this game.
Oh, that'd be
nice.
that'd be interesting. I would love to see Mysterio, obviously, but let's see, Chameleon, definitely Chameleon.
We don't see Chameleon. Okay, I guess we could. Okay. I guess to get around this, how about we can say what villains we don't see in this. So we don't see Lizard.
We don't see
We don't
Chameleon.
see.
We don't see
We don't see
Mysterio.
Chameleon.
We
We don't see Big Wheel. We don't see Fence Eater. We don't see. These are villains.
Sandman,
We
We don't
yeah.
see Sandman.
Yeah, Sandman would be neat. We don't see Swarm.
Molten
We
Man.
don't see Swarm. James is like, yes, and we don't see Philip.
We don't see the
Right.
Condiment King.
That's
Is that an
Batman.
actual thing?
I'm glad you at least knew that.
Why is there anyone named the Condiment King?
It's a joke. He's a joke character from the 90s
animated
Batman
series.
show. Yeah.
Yeah.
Again, one thing I loved about the old Adam West Batman flicks was that I loved how, because the whole point about Batman is supposed to be the greatest detective, super intelligent, super strong, but I love how in the Adam West days. Oh, by the way, Yuri said she was also going to send a police officer here to meet up with us to help us do our job.
Gee, I
Yeah,
wonder
yes.
if this police officer will have any significance in the story.
Well, of course, he's gonna get full
What?
screen time, and a name.
Yep, I'm
Jefferson Davis.
Gee, I wonder.
And this is
I wonder if we know him from anywhere. I wonder.
I'll say for James's sake, he chose not to take his wife's name like his son Morales.
Call me Jeff.
Yep.
And this is the point where anyone that was introduced to this is the point where anyone introduced to the franchise by Into the Spider-Verse, they see him appear and now they're like, I suddenly have interest.
Okay.
Ears perk up.
Or the alternate take.
That too. I did like the. I didn't know the name of the actor, but I did like the actor for
Brian T.
Jefferson in
Jackson.
Spider-Verse.
Oh, yeah,
I
he
did
was
like his
great.
performance.
Yeah, no, he is fantastic. Absolutely, as Jefferson Davis. Just, you gotta say I love you back. Dad,
Are you serious?
You gotta
It's like,
say I
I'm gonna
love
say
you.
it.
I
Say
like
out.
that. And the bit that I like beforehand that I kind of like, it's like, I thought cops are supposed to run red lights. Well, some do, but not your dad.
It's just yeah, no, they did a great job. So catching up with the story. So why the Condiment King?
We'll tell you next part.
Till next time, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.